The High Court's order follows a defense motion in the case against Public Health Director Art San Agustin, who's been charged with the unlawful approval of public school sanitary permits. His counsel, Jay Arreola, was seeking to disqualify Judge Alberto Lamorena for a conflict of interest because he was named as a reference in AG Moylan's campaign documents. Judge Lamorena denies giving Moylan permission to do so, which then raised the question of whether Moylan's use of Lamorena's name without his knowledge or consent is itself an ethics violation. Moylan says it was just a listing on his resume for the time he worked as a court attorney.
My boss was current presiding Judge Lamorena. He was the presiding judge back then as well. In a curriculum vitae, you put references to who is your boss, essentially. And if you Google it online, that's not meant to say that they endorse you. That's meant to verify what the first 6 pages of my resume or my curriculum vitae stated. So, and that's nationally accepted. It's a professional way of showing who you are, what you are, but giving the reader the ability to check it. Again, I fully welcome the inquiry. I think we need to discuss this because it dealt with an election. You deal with the elections. Free speech, equal protection, and due process, which are our Constitution's guarantees to all of us citizens, is important. I use the example also. Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio, he also worked for the Judiciary of Guam. And I want to say, and I'm checking it right now, his hiring authority, his boss, is the Chief Justice. Can he not put in the resume that the Chief Justice is a reference, a professional reference in his resume? That's what the questions that it raises. There's no rule specifically on point.
Moylan says the issue needs to be clarified about whether a lawyer such as himself should be sanctioned for listing a judge as a reference in a CV.
So is the standard different for lawyers, that we have to be held to a stricter standard that they could sanction us as a lawyer? What about the non-lawyer? Why don't they get sanctioned? The same effect. I understand the courts do not want their influence being peddled, influence peddling, stuff like that. But it wasn't like I was saying, please vote for me and the presiding judge thinks I'm a good guy. Nothing in that document.
The question has been referred to the Office of Regulation Counsel, which is headed by attorney Alicia Limtiaco, a former AG herself, who defeated Moylan in the 2006 election. Nestor Lecanto, KUAM News.